What up? Jeff here with all my Bitcoin renegades. And today there's a few pieces of news that I found that I wanted to talk about. I've been scouring the world wide web and checking out any kind of like interesting stuff going on. Like I said, Bitcoin's price has kind of been stagnating around 30 to 40,000. Recently more 36 to 33,000, with a brief, time below and a brief time above that price. So, so there's not a whole lot going on like with the price and movement of Bitcoin. We're not seeing a whole lot of altcoins, 1000x right now. We kind of see like a 10% rise in the market and a 10% dip in the market, a 10% rise in the market, a 10% dip in the market. And so this is what I call the consolidation periods. And so what everybody is doing is they're trying to day trade and make money right now, right? So that's why so many people are getting wrecked and why they're staying at this price for so long. Because of you guys trying to day trade. All of you day traders are the reason that Bitcoin is staying below 40,000 right now. 35, sitting right around 34 or 2 right now. Right? So when you guys stop day trading and you just, get Bitcoin to hodl, I'm not saying stop day trading altcoins or whatever, not financial advice. It's just, I'm saying if you're doing it. So if you're already day trading altcoins, that isn't affecting the market. What I'm talking about is people trying to day trade Bitcoin. And they're doing it on a mass level, right? And so the article I'm going to show you right now about Michael Saylor, he believes in Bitcoin a lot of the way that I do is cyclical, right? Everybody's in it for a quick buck, right? And if you were going to do that, you would have had to been in at 30,000 to the 60,000 rise. And there's still a chance to do that at the $30,000 level, whatever it's going to go to next. But you have to start stacking Satoshis now. You don't wait till the price goes up to 50,000 to try to sell it at 60,000, right? Why wouldn't you just buy at 30 and sell at 40 if you're going to do that and take a lot of that risk out? People are trying to wait for the confirmation. Is Bitcoin going to go back up? Or is it going to go under 30,000? That's why people are scared, and we're not seeing a lot of price movements in the retail investor pool. And the retail investor really carries a lot of the weight of the price of Bitcoin going up. So what happens, the institutional investors, the hedge fund owners, and those people get in at lower prices. So when the price starts to raise, the normal retail public starts to FOMO in after that. So this is what they strategically do, and I've seen it for myself now in the papers, the way Bitcoin's rose, and how the market reacts to Bitcoin and retail investors. So what is happening is at these $30,000 levels right now, this is where the hedge funds, this is where the institutional investors, this is where the corporate investors are all accumulating their Bitcoin. Then, when the market goes back up, which eventually it will, they're long-term holders, not like, day traders trying to make money in a day or a week. So they know this. They know that the main public is short-term investors. So they want that short-term investor money. Okay, and how they get it, just hold for a while. That's all you have to do, hold through it. That way you're not giving the companies, the corporations, the hedge funds your money. You're making your money. You get the profit instead of the companies, the corporate entities. The retail investor, you and I, get the money if we do it correctly. Stack your Satoshis just like I was doing at the $10,000 level. I'm doing the same exact thing now that I was doing at 10,000. And it's going to be why I'm successful. And it's simple. Dollar cost averaging, buy in, stack your Satoshis. Once a week, make a purchase, not financial advice. This is what I'm doing myself, and it's paid off every time. Not one time have I lost a profit in Bitcoin. Not once. So, I have lost in altcoins. I have not lost once in Bitcoin. That's because I'm still holding, though. That's why. I've held through. I'm nothing but in the profit on Bitcoin. Like, still, even though I'm down half of my money, that's profit. We still haven't hit to my original investment yet. So, This is why I'm telling you, my strategy works. I'm not worried because my strategy works. And if you understand my strategy and you follow my videos, not financial advice, but you can see how to make money with Bitcoin. And then you do your research and you find out what works for you. And then, boom, we're sitting together in the profit. You know, you can comment below how much money you're making, but not short-term traders. I'm talking about at least be willing to dedicate the next 6 months to 1 year of investment. That's what you have to do. Maybe 4 years. If you really want to make some money, hold Bitcoin for 4 years. See what happens. Okay, I'm going to get out of all that. Let's get into what Michael Saylor's saying, because I'm basically just telling you the same thing he is. Bitcoin bull Michael Saylor says the cryptocurrency's volatility will always hurt those who invest purely to trade. This is what I'm trying to hammer into you guys, and I'm sorry if it sounds like, you know, I'm being arrogant or whatever, because I'm not. I'm just trying to let you know, don't try to day trade Bitcoin. I mean, you can if you're good at it, you're already making money, go ahead. But if you really want to see wealth and grow your money, listen to us. Not financial advice, but, you know, common sense, right? Michael Saylor said Bitcoin's volatility will always be disappointing for some investors. In an interview with Sven Heinrich, Saylor said anyone who invests purely to trade could run into trouble. The MicroStrategy CEO also said he views his Bitcoin holdings as long-term tech and savings investments. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Even if you aren't going to hold for the rest of your life like Michael Saylor says he's going to do, it's a long-term strategy. Bitcoin is a long-term hold of value, just like Amazon at the beginning. You know, just like Google at the beginning. So the MicroStrategy CEO also said he views his Bitcoin holdings as long-term tech and savings, right? So he believes in this in the future. Sign up here, blah, blah, blah. Bitcoin bull Michael Saylor said cryptocurrency's volatility will always hurt those who invest purely to trade or based on speculation in a recent interview with Northman trader Sven Heinrich over the weekend. The people that invest in Bitcoin as traders and they don't have a technology view or a macro view, they're always going to be disappointed because of the volatility, right? So, and the volatility actually even hurts us long-term traders inside, because it sucks when you lose half of your investment, you know, in like a few weeks. But if you learn how to understand, you know, the future, and you don't really invest money that you need right away, that you can actually hold for a long-term period, then you will be okay, because you understand, you know, the things that need to go into that. So he urged investors not to put more money than they can lose into Bitcoin and crypto markets, especially if they were basing trades on speculation, and said he is not in a place to give advice to anyone planning to invest or trade with Bitcoin over a short time frame. If on the other end you have a 10-year technology conviction and a 10-year macroeconomic conviction, or if you have an ideological conviction, then take money that you can hold for 10 years, Saylor said, adding that the volatility of Bitcoin does not impact him personally, as he has invested money he can afford to lose and can wait for the cryptocurrency to pick up from bigger sell-offs. So this is another huge point. Don't invest more than you can afford to lose. Not saying you will lose it, and that's what discourages a lot of investors and why I don't say that very often. Because it is true, don't invest more than you can afford to lose, because something crazy could happen, you could lose everything, right? But that's probably not going to happen. Bitcoin is a long-term hold of value, but you always want to be careful. You never want to, you know, buy more than you can, you know, afford to lose, or, you know, stuff along that line. So MicroStrategy CEO Saylor is a key figure in Bitcoin and crypto. He always says it's an investment, right? He always has said it's a way to store value. He thinks it's better than gold to protect investments from inflation, and he's been correct so far. He made Bitcoin, you know, part of his company's financial. Just last month, MicroStrategy sold shares worth $1 billion in parts to purchase more Bitcoin, after having already completed a $500 million bond sale to raise cash for more crypto buying. So he is literally selling part of his company to buy Bitcoin. Okay? This is how important it is to understand what is happening. When people like Michael Saylor are selling off their already proven money-making company to buy Bitcoin. Think about it. All right? He is putting billions and billions in this. He has over 100,000 Bitcoin now. At the time, the company owned 92,079 Bitcoin, currently worth $3.2 billion. But he also bought $1.03 billion after that, which was a lot of Bitcoin, like 20,000 or something. So I think he has, it might not have been 20,000, but I know he has over 100,000 Bitcoin now, like worth 4 billion. It might not be worth as much now that the price of Bitcoin went down, but he does have over 100,000 Bitcoin. That's just crazy amounts. In comparison to those who buy Bitcoin to trade with it or based on speculation, Saylor told Heinrich that he is focused on the long term and views himself as somewhat of a tech investor, not least because of Bitcoin's functionalities, including ease of transfer in Bitcoin. Okay, and then he goes on to say, I am on the tech long-term tech. I am on the tech long-term tech investment? That didn't really sound right. But anyway, I think he's just like a tech guy. He believes that technology is very vital, and Bitcoin is the new technological advancement in our monetary system. So, I mean, this is a technology shift. This is what I keep telling you over and over and over and over and over again. And on the intro of my video popping right up here, it says this is the biggest technology advancement since the invention of agriculture. So this is huge, and I'm going to keep hammering this point in. I think I'm going to just stop right here. I do have some more news, but I'll probably save it for my video later on today because this video is starting to get long. And plus, I don't know if I'll be able to come up with anything for later today. Hopefully something happens and or I get my muse to come back, which sometimes I can do like 4 videos in a day because I just get really inspired. But for right now, I just giving you what I can. So, all right, that being said, you know what time it is. Goodbye and good Bitcoin. Bang!